Much for joining us on today. My name is Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I am apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in the ATRs. To each and every one of you guys, first of all, salutation to my madrina, to my madrino, to my oba. It is Friday. This is Venusian energy, Venus energy, like I like to say it. I want to say to each and every one of you guys that have participated in the Shango ritual we're doing, and receiving your candles. To each and every one of you guys, I certainly thank you for your continued support and for your understanding. I want to say we're going to talk about melanin once again, because this channel is dedicated to melanated people, those that are in the church, and also those that have left the church, but you still got church influence. I want to say hello to my air signs, my earth signs, my water signs, and my fire signs. This is going to be something of an educational perspective when it comes down to what I do here in the church, what I do in my community, what I do as an individual with my lifestyle deeply rooted in the ATRs. I want to encourage many of you guys to take your time and stop over assessing within yourself about any of this. It is natural as breathing in as you breathing out. When the energy and the time or the season is appropriate, you will bud, you will blossom into whatever it is that God has for you. Right now, educate yourself. Right now, attend to your spiritual needs as you are financially able to do. One of the things that, and those that know me know that I'm a nerd when it comes to spirituality. I'm also very scientific, and I watch how something pans out, how it affects the melanated people. To all of you that are concerned about non-melanated people getting a hold of our practices and this information has gotten out, that information has gotten out. They have electrical energy. They do not have mitochondria DNA. They don't have that. Because this DNA shows up in melanated people. And we have more DNA strands. We have further to climb in excellence when it comes from a biological perspective. And so therefore, they can never achieve certain height and depth in their spirituality because they're not melanated. It's just that simple. It was designed that way. It was purposed that way. And no matter how upset they get or how many people let them infiltrate hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, you can get crowned. You can go through the whole jazz. But at the end of the day, you do not process chaos energy, dark matter, like melanated people do. And so therefore, my manifestations are going to be stronger and more elite. What I want to discuss today, this is Friday. People now got paid. People are getting ready for the weekend. Let me explain something to you about Venus energy and what the rituals we're doing with Shango. We're conjuring harmony. Not harmony as you know it. The real harmony. The harmony that allows you to be in sync with your destiny, with the purposes that the divine, the Egun, have prepared for you. That means that once your timing is on, that means you're going to be in the right place at the right time to get all those things that you desire. And also, you're going to be able to help other people come in alignment, because most women with their cycle, whoever had the strongest energy, higher vibration, every other cycle follows that. So at the end of the day, I'm going to say some things I'm a Sagittarius, Moon and Aries, and rising sign Pisces. Now, I am hungry. Mother Susan just got done cooking. I don't, for her to be old school, you always cook in the daytime, especially certain meals you got to cook. And so I'm hungry, profusely hungry. And I thank her for actually preparing the meal. I don't know how it's gonna taste, but I'm thanking you in advance. My thing to this Friday is black excellence is not a disease. Now, I'm not a football, if it ain't tennis, normally I ain't that interested. But I like competition. I don't care if it's skating. I don't care if it's hockey. I don't care if it's somebody getting their ass whooped on the side of the street. I love me. I'm a Aries moon. I love strength. Okay. Now, the reason why this seems to be discussed, if you're going to endeavor in the ATRs, African Traditional Religion, Science, you need to understand that there's a certain mentality you have to have for your manifestation. All this wavering back and forth, indecisiveness, you got to get rid of that. You got to settle for facts. We're in the age of Aquarius, and facts matter. I don't care if you're a beginner. I don't care if you are intermediate. I can care less if you are advanced. You need to settle your manifestations on the facts that are involved in what you're trying to accomplish. When you started out on this journey, it may have been difficult because you have not seen certain manifestations. But by now, certain man, you have seen certain manifestations that allow you to move in the area from faith to facts. The facts are, we are the first people. The facts are, we have fallen considerably short of the glory that shall be one day revealed when you have your personal awakening, when you have your personal illumination, when you have your personal revelation. I'm going to say this. All my teachings are of the mindset of being more than a conqueror. I am not a subservient person. I am not a person that looks to be a victim, even though I have been victimized, because I'm going to find a way to conquer when somebody tries to victimize me. I'm going to find a way to defeat it. I am under the same oppressions and systems that those are in America are up under and round the globe, because people understand you more than you understand yourself. They have spent millions and billions of dollars to educate themselves how to subdue or keep melanated people. You're not going to stop somebody from trying to survive in the world of melanin. So let me explain. When it comes to melanin, Mr. Sanders, the football player, and I often hear this. Some people say it to my face. Some people say it behind my back. The point is, you got to know that fire brings confidence. I need y'all to really study and look up the word confidence and arrogance, because I have been called arrogant. I do not fit the description of arrogancy simply because Paul said that if I don't go beyond my measure, and think of myself more than I should, then I fall in the category of confidence. Because confidence is what you have accomplished. And repeating your resume is not arrogant. In that case, we were made in the image and after the likeness of a God that was arrogant. He always talked about what he has done, what he did to Pharaoh, what he did when he was speaking to Job and told Job to stand up like a man. I don't think that had nothing to do with arrogancy. He asked Job, where were you when I was laying at the foundation? He was giving Job his resume. So, miss me with that shit. When somebody has worked hard to achieve a certain place in whatever profession, that is not arrogance. People that can't compete with you call you arrogant. Black excellence is not a disease. Melanin causes us to operate on a superior level. I'm going to say that again. When you're doing conjure and you learning conjure from me and you learning about these herbs, first of all, you need to understand I am a very confident person. And I have a reason to be confident. Not only in my ability to break curses, but my ability to heal. Because I personally just got out of being in the hospital in December. And we're now in May 2nd. And I am no more anemic. I have been healed and set free by the power that invested in me. When my Orishas and my Lords and all these spirits that help me achieve my goal, is it arrogancy or is there a confidence that I have even the more in my spirituality and my spiritual core? The only people that got a problem with your excellency, even when I operated with the Orishas, you had a problem because you looked at it from a perspective that I was showing off and showing out. If you weren't mediocre, you wouldn't feel that way. One star is shining, another star shining. They all hold their own. When melanin is in operation, you're going to receive excellence. You're going to have ambition. Fire allows you to have confidence. Confidence in your words. I remember my mother-in-law, ex-mother-in-law, told me or said about me, Sam think that he God when he's speaking. Because he always said, that settles it. But because the facts are, when I speak out of my mouth and not doubt in my heart, the very words I speak as a Sagittarian shall surely come to pass. It ain't my fault that you're indecisive about what you speak. And don't project that on me. I'm speaking to all of you. When you walk in divine Ache, Chi, Prana, and you begin to excel and your cellular structure comes online, then the people that are not in that place will label you or try to label you as arrogant, and you need to be humble. This country has a way of always trying to humble. They did not like Kamala Harris when she said to Sarah Huckabee Sanders, caca, that some people don't aspire to be humble. That rubs mediocre people the wrong way. It's a lot of reasons why she didn't get a vote. because they don't like confident men, and they most certainly don't like confident women. As long as you are always trying to appease somebody by dumbing yourself down, by allowing your light not shine as much, you're creating the problem, and you're adding to the myth that humility comes from God. No, humility comes from weak-ass men and women that cannot achieve greatness. And so therefore, they have to be surrounded by other mediocre-ass people. Basic bitches. I'm not basic in my practice. I'm not basic in my magic. I don't care what I'm practicing. If I can't excel in it, that means I'm not committed to it. I've been having a gym membership for years. I wasn't committed. That's why you don't see no muscles. Black excellence is about people not allowing people to make you think it's something wrong with you being confident. Why you think people are able to handle you a certain type of way? Because if you were confident, you won't put up with that shit. I don't care where it's coming from. Family, husband, wife, side piece. I don't take no shit off of nobody because I don't have to. Because I know the facts that are involved in my situation. I have a right to boast about what the Spirit has already done. But in the world of the church and patriarchy, if you ain't bragging about a man, then you have to humble yourself. Do you know why Kamala Harris, Vice President Kamala Harris, have to smile so much? Because she's trying to deviate herself from being labeled as the angry black woman. See, the more you have to offer and the more you shine, you're always put in a position you got to politic. Nobody, all these basic ass bitches and all these mediocre people, they don't have to do that. And they're going to get the same reward. Their intelligence from stealing and killing going to earn them certain rewards. They can steal an idea out of Africa and come over here in America and patent it and make billions of dollars. And they're considered a joint genius. But in my world, they call thieves. When I don't know if you've seen the movie Thor, but Thor went down to the frost giants and was talking about his father. Because he had an illusion or delusion of who his father really was. And when he went to the frost giant king, he called his father a thief and a murderer. Don't get caught up in man's praise. Because it's fleeting. Because you can be praised today for something and ruined tomorrow. But when God gives you honor, when God gives you honor, why are you walking around trying to dishonor your honor that God gave you? Why didn't God anoint Joseph and then set him in the back? Why did he give Moses the instruction to bring him out front? I don't want to follow a person that's not confident in their craft, in their talent, in their ability, and what they're able to accomplish. I love to see people do what they love to do and excel. See, you might know how to play the guitar and some blues songs, but you will never have the rhythm that a black man or black woman bring to that instrument. Because it's not the sword, it's the individual. It's not the sword, it's the individual. And that what they've seen, that's why David took off Saul's armor, and then he returned back to where his confidence was with that slingshot and the 5 stones. If you want to get the victory in your life, Shango can bring it to you. Your confidence, your integrity, your sound doctrine, the facts remain. Nobody is here on planet Earth. I make Arisha work look sexy, beautiful, and I still make sure it's powerful. Because I am the one that's operating these Orishas. I'm the one glorifying their work in me. I'm the one exercising their energy in my life. And I'm going to be a confident individual because I didn't spend this kind of money to get these type of tools and to walk around bashful. Especially if I get manifestation. The reason I'm saying that black excellence is not a disease, because people will treat you like a disease when you are excellent. I'm gonna say it again. I don't care if it's Kimbanda, I don't care if it's Kabbalah, I don't care if it's hoodoo or voodoo. When you excel with the spirit of excellence, niggas and crackers gonna treat you like a disease because they can control what the excellency of God is. If you want to know why you're gonna be lonely if you excel in this, because people will treat you like a disease, a virus, because they don't want nobody else to get that confidence. Because you become hard to handle. As they say, you become a force to be reckoned with. You don't need convincing. You just need a word from the Lord. When I went through this situation, you have to understand, I was on my way for a stroke. I was on my way for a heart attack. And God brought me out of even that. I'm going to say that again. When you claim that you are in the ATRs and you're not just a bystander, you're a participator. And you begin to excel, you begin to study yourself so you will know the facts involved. You know why Aquarius people deal in facts? Because they don't care about your feelings, they don't care about your test. If it ain't factual, it's not proven, fuck that. You can talk to people and talk about the history of melanated people, but if you don't have the power, you can talk about the mitochondria, DNA, you can talk about the history involved, but you ain't on top. You're not the head and not the tail. You ain't achieved that. We keep quoting to people, the last shall be first and the first shall be last. But you have to have a level of confidence to take that bull by the horn. Either Peter was confident or foolish when he walked off that boat. I'm going to say this again. Was Peter in your mind confident or foolish? Because people that walk in confidence can look foolish. But when you manifest certain things, then everybody want to gravitate towards you. And none of them were willing or confident enough in themselves to take those certain risks. Just so I tell people, keep fooling and trying to compete with me. You don't have the level of confidence to be yourself. Bitch, you always trying to be somebody else. You trying to always make somebody else appease. I ain't that type of person. You like me, you don't like me, I don't care. I don't even care if my mama don't like me. She love me, but even that's not a need for me. I'm 52 years old. If God hasn't proven that he's in my life and that he gonna give me whatever I have need of, and that ain't enough evidence to watch me go from one tribe. Look at the condition of my church. People think I don't feel that my church is successful. I generate, if not more, money, and I got less niggas to deal with. I think that's a blessing. That's like getting paid on your job and you ain't got to go in there and deal with nobody. I think God rewarded me by getting rid of them people. I almost call them something else. Thank you for the life. Why do you look like, because you got 2 or 3 gathered in the midst, that constitute some type of defeat? But God yet being in the midst of you, what you got going on. The favor he's given me with him and his spirit and his people. Why wouldn't I be confident? I can see if I was confident for no reason. I didn't have facts behind me, but I have every reason to be as confident as I am now than I was 4 days ago, 10 days ago. Because if God keeps doing great things in my life, I'm going to flex. He healed me from a lifelong hoard. I ain't say he delivered me. I say he healed me. And let me explain that part. When you know you done certain things and it was not conducive to your health and well-being, but you enjoy it, and then your God come in and step in and move in your body and heal you, and this ain't happened for a whole year, 6 years, 7 years, just as fast as I was coming into a situation, I was coming out of it. I'm at 52 years old. My temple, my skin, everything looked better than I was in my 20s. I'm trying to get you to understand. If your facts constitute confidence, it's okay. But if you got confident for no reason, that's called arrogance. Because you don't have no facts to back up. I have confidence in my war skills because of the victory I have. I got confidence in my prosperity skills because of my resume. David wasn't standing in front of Goliath and in front of the army of God with boisterous talk. This is why he repeated specifically, because if you've been through something, you remember what God had brought you through. He said God had delivered the paw of the bear and the lion. The king of the jungle and the strongest beast is the bear. Whatever, I said the king of the jungle, he delivered him into my hand. And the bear, the fierce bear, he delivered him into my hand. Why wouldn't he deliver this uncircumcised Philistine into my hand? Those are the facts. Those are the facts. You might not like how I convey my confidence. You may think my pigment is too dark to wear red. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. The facts remain. I'm not even crowned my Fedi Shango. But if you read my Eta, Shango wanted my head. Shango wanted the crown, my head. But Oya fought every last one of those Orishas for my head. So I'm going to walk in the confidence that if the Orishas are fighting for my head, then I must be all of that. Because I ain't hearing none of these people that done went on before me. I'm watching all the elders looking at my Eta, looking at the spirit, and they seem dumbfounded, as though they ain't never seen it before. And I'm just getting into the religion. If you look at what I'm doing, you would think I've been in the religion for years. That's why I'm a threat. That's what happened to you and anybody that chooses black excellence, melanated intelligence, melanated consciousness, melanated power, light, dark. And if you ain't got enough confidence in yourself, you will let people mislead you. You will let people play you like a fool or a fiddle. Or worse, a doormat. But don't tell me if you're working with Shango that you lack confidence. You want to know why you struggle with masculine energy? Because you got issues with masculine and electrical energy. You can't comprehend feminine energy like you comprehend electrical energy or masculine energy. Don't get caught up. Masculine energy and frequency is not patriarchal. That's why I talk about the 5-pointed star. There's always, you need an electrical energy to basically draw or pull or direct feminine energy, chaos energy. And let me tell y'all something. So, for all y'all ignorant ass melanated men, you wouldn't have trouble getting pussy, the WAP, if you were walking in your masculine energy. Because I don't care how educated she is, I don't care how much money she got, I don't care how many awards she got on the wall, she's gonna be drawn, her feminine energy gonna be drawn to masculine energy. And I don't understand for the life of me why you listening to bitches about men that want to eat pussy. They have no skin in the game. The only time that she wanted a man is when she want to get pregnant. Because men do the same thing. Only time they want a woman is when they want a child. Other than that, they don't fuck women with women. Women are some women are the same way. And you're listening to this, this pussy liquor, because she need to be over here with me, because I'm a lesbian. She needs to be over here with me, licking ass and taking names, because she's not interested. Where's your confidence? You lack confidence in your looks. You lack confidence in your beauty. You lack confidence in your skill. Where are you going? Where are you going far? If David lacked confidence and needed to be humble, he would have never been that great in the story of the Bible. Yahshua, if he did not have confidence in the Father, he would have never met the challenge when he was challenged by the people on earth and also Lucifer, if you believe that story. Don't you think it took confidence for Peter and his brother to walk off on their livelihood to follow after Christ? Don't you think it took confidence for Isaac to follow his father up to the sacrifice and had full understanding what there was no ram. Don't you think he had to have confidence to lay down on that altar and let his father hold a knife that he done saw many times go into a animal? And to stay there, don't you think it took confidence? Abraham was so confident in his God that he said, you will see both me and my son return. He didn't know if God was going to raise him from the dead. He had no idea. When you walk in confidence, it don't mean you know everything. When you're doing hoodoo and voodoo and Santeria, you don't know all the kinks. And that ain't what my confidence is. My confidence in my manifestation is God cannot lie. Energy cannot lie. I base my magic on facts. I base my conjure and my spirituality that if I'm designed after, the facts are that if I believe that I'm the microcosmic of the universe, that everything in the universe is also in my kingdom. What reason should any of us be confident? But when you're trying to operate your prosperity based off a man-made system, I can see your frustration. But that's not how I prosper. I prosper by the idea that I resonate with certain people and certain people support me. I resonate with the idea that no matter what I'm going through, a provision ways shall be made. Have you saw certain things happen in your life? Shouldn't you be more confident? If you light more than one candle, shouldn't you be more confident in candle magic? If you are doing elbows, shouldn't you be more confident in your offering? What's wrong with you if you get a return? But if you're doing a bunch of bullshit and you got a form of godliness, I can see why you wouldn't be as confident as me. I get attacked like everybody else. But I don't think that bitch can beat me. Matter of fact, based off the facts, I'm going to come out on top. Based off my history, your boy come out on top. So I don't really care if you don't like this. You may think it's too much. You looking like a homeless person on food stamps and you a king or queen, that's your business. I ain't here to change nobody's mind how they present their mansion. I know what I'm not going to do. I know when I deal with my Orishas, my Nkisi, my Mpungo, when I put draws on these nuts, not only going to be comfortable, but it's going to be stylish. That's for me in my house. If you come to my sanctuary, those are the rules and regulations. I don't care what you do in your house, how you are doing yourself, that's your business. I might pass my opinion, I might not. But black excellence is not a disease. It will be treated like one. And I don't care what you excel in. They had the Simone Biles. They were penalizing her as a gymnast because they felt that these other girls could not do those stunts. The difficult. There's a part of the judges. They say it's a level of difficulty. Simone kept doing it. She kept doing it. They asked her, "Why do you do those tumbling?" She said, "'Cause I can." Your mediocrity does not constitute how far I need to go in gymnastics. This is why Babe Ruth, this is why you try to whiteify when you see the glory of black excellence. The reason why you trying to claim Egypt and all its glory is because you see black excellence. That's why you got so goddamn mad to the point you turned red and you shot off the Sphinx nose. But we could still tell by the nostril it was somebody black. When you in the sarcophagus of the pharaoh and in their tomb, and you saw their dick side, you knew it was melanin. Because our body enhances, develops way far different than non-melanated people. We will be the reigning king and queen of good dick and good pussy. And everybody else is come behind us trying to emulate that excellence. You ain't got a snapper until you had some black snapper. You ain't had a rod in your guts, male or female, until you had the staff of Jesse. I could have said stem, but I said staff because he leading me by his staff. If you got melanin and you got a staff, you can direct energy inside the guts and outside the guts. I don't care if you don't like my metaphors, my analysis. At the end of the day, it's all factual. And that should be the most important thing. You caring for or liking my verbiage doesn't change the facts. You caring about my tone, I'm too loud, I'm too aggressive, it don't change the facts. I'm able to do magic you can't do. I'm able to draw certain types of people you can't draw. You lack confidence. Some people find my confidence intoxicating. Some people, I cannot suffer him to listen to him. He too loud. If I was loud, if I'm loud in the bedroom, I'm loud in my prayer closet, I'm loud, I'm just loud. I represent Oya, my Fedi from Oya, thunder and lightning, just like Shango. Oya is not less than. She wields fire and power in the winds and lightning. What you talking about? Why shouldn't I be confident? I got Oya as my mother. I got Babalu Aye as my father. I got the Orishas, the king of the religion, blessing me and sanctioning me to go forward. My Padrino calls me a king. My Oba calls me a king. Why shouldn't I be confident? Everybody else expecting great things out of me. And my Padrino said, I hate you. He said, that is gorgeous. I didn't have to demean nobody else's altar until they start coming for my work. So what if your Tata, your Yaya is confident? So what if your rule worker, long as the facts are on their side, why does it matter? Why should you treat people that are confident as it's a disease? It's a plague. When I tell you I'll snack your daddy and your mama's spine, I don't care how you don't like it. If I'm presenting facts, I said I had your mama, daddy, grandma, and granddaddy fighting over this rod. Those are facts. I done been in family that it was like that for me. You might not like how I express it, but I ain't lying. I'm telling the truth. Those are facts. If you ain't be careful, Apostle Ela having you and your mama and your dog wet in your daddy be sitting over there got to go clean up himself up. Because I'm not only confident, I carry strong masculine energy. Your muscles don't constitute masculine energy. Your money doesn't constitute masculine energy. Your property doesn't constitute masculine energy. It's energy. It's energy. Let me tell you something. As much, and even in my family, I don't know why y'all do it, but I don't let people even close to me shake my confidence. Because they don't have my resume. When I had a preacher tell me that she was more than anointed than I was. Because she was older than me. I said, so that means your sister more anointed than you? Oh no, she ain't more anointed. I said, were you doing the signs, wonders, and miracles that at the age I am now, when you were that, when you were my age? She said no. I said, what makes you stronger than me? I said, judge me when I get to your age and see what I have accomplished. You still ain't master what I master. How you greater in the anointing than I am? And just like I was telling the truth then, the facts remain. I'm still telling the truth now. I'm 52. I have tapped into the fountain of youth. I'm telling melanated people, if you're going to, whether you work with me or not, expect confidence. Especially when you are operating in black excellence. When melanin is showing up and showing out. When somebody is mad with you because you get to participate in Shango, and you won't spend $40 or $20 on their candle. If they're running the sale and trying to give you 5 candles, you rather have this candle for $100 because this is going to do way more for you. Don't I sound confident? When I seen what I seen in my life, that's why I don't argue with people. Show and tell. Show and tell. You got to know when somebody is trying to undermine the confidence that God has given you for you to go forward and perform the work. There's a scripture that talks about God giving you boldness. Not only I'm confident, I'm a bold motherfucker. Because I come to your house. I come to your church. I come to your synagogue. I come to your shrine. And you're going to have to show these people that you can whoop my ass. You're going to show these people that your cauldrons are stronger than mine. And I don't believe you can. Because more people got taught. And if you are that strong, you wouldn't have to group with nobody to fight Apostle Ela. And I'm winning anyway. When I was going through my sickness, I still was talking confident. I wasn't talking about it's the end. It's over now. I still was popping my shit. Because I was told I was going to overcome that. And anything I go through, long as I hear from heaven, and heaven, my higher self, tell me you coming out of this, I'm gonna pop my shit. Because you don't control my destiny. My destiny star is in Capricorn. It's all about business and money and structure. That's my destiny. I am born to be successful. Whether you help me or don't help me. If you want to get on this train and ride this train till the wheels come off, then you're going to end up in a better destiny. But no one determines what you're going to become. Your energy does. You could not like what I'm saying. Close your eyes and see if you can pick up the energy. Those are the facts. If my energy allows me to do what I'm doing, who's gonna stop me? That's why when I tell certain people, the people I told is gonna turn around, how much confidence you got to have for you to tell Minister Mario, son of a Joseph, if you die, I'm gonna come get you. He ain't dead yet. He got to die and see if I'm just talking shit. I see some people try to repeat that working. It didn't go the way it didn't happen. Because I got facts. I've been raising people from the dead. I've been turning shit around since I was a child. I ain't started healing people until I was 19. I'm 52. I think I done excelled at my craft since then. I'm encouraging you, don't look for me to pity party you. I don't teach it. All your excuses, you can say that for somebody else. If you want to work with me, work with me. I'm not going to change my personality. I'm not going to put myself in a position that I have to dumb myself down or diminish my energy because you feel intimidated. This is the energy of confidence. Backed by results. Said, preach that word is so true. When your God ancestors have protected you, if they had protected you like they protected me, you'll be more confident in my protection work. You used to things getting through. I'm not. You used to people being able to get away with doing you wrong. I'm not. I'm 52 years old. I ain't seen nobody, including family, not pay for the bullshit they do to me. I ain't seen it yet. I'm 52. I ain't seen it yet. That's why I can be confident in my protection work. That's why I can be confident in this working with Shango 3-color layer canvas. And you don't want this Ache for $100 donation? That's why I don't feel sorry for people. I really don't. I got the confidence that people that support Chief Apostle Ely on this platform understand the manifestation that I have the capabilities of doing. And if you take the knowledge, the wisdom, and understanding, I'm going to say this again. You take the knowledge, wisdom, understanding, even if you don't decide not to work with me, get my memberships that I'm offering on my website. Just the knowledge, wisdom, understanding. You're going to live a better life. You're going to make better decisions. Because I give a lot of holistic shit to make sure that melanated people are informed. I can control what you do with that information, but you can't say you watch any of my videos and you haven't found yourself with some knowledge, some wisdom, understanding that you did not know of. Because I can teach on a level that these other people can't teach. Am I saying I'm the only one? No, I'm not, sir. No, I'm not, man. But there ain't many like me. It ain't many people out here can operate from the 9 realms of spirit. And you don't want to partake in this. Ryan is coming tomorrow. You think I ain't gonna show out now tomorrow, but Sunday? You think I ain't gonna show out for my Libra? Because I need him to have a testimony. I'm a church. It's all about the testimony. It's about how you articulate how you are receiving and what's happening in your life. Demetri told me a while back, he said, I watch your work with Ryan. And when I say it done turn around for him, it has turned around. When you got a testimony because you watching another one of my clients. Members in my church should have more confidence than they have because they have witnessed not only their miracles, but the miracles of other people sitting next to them. It's so good in my ministry that bitches and Negroes can afford to walk off. They ain't walking off because they didn't receive. They walking off because they have received. Do you have that testimony? And just like I can be a blessing to them and have been, I can be a blessing to somebody. That's why I ain't moving. Because as long as you didn't take my anointing with you, I'm confident enough to say to anybody, glad to see you come and glad to see you go. Because long as Jehovah Shammah is with me, it is what it is. This what the number 6 represents. I'm going to say it again. This is what the number 6 represents. I explained Shango's energy. So you would be more confident when we working with Shango. You won't have the experience that I have. So you're not going to be as confident. But you can be confident enough to know that what your work gonna come to pass. And the next time somebody tries to demonize your confidence, the next time somebody decides to say some side and sly shit about your confidence, when somebody decides to say something about your worship, whatever ATR you in, I'm going to tell you what I tell people. Since I don't want your life, since I don't want nothing in your life, since I'm not inspired by the life you live, I don't give a damn what you say. If you don't fuck like I fuck, you don't eat like I eat, if you don't generate money in dry places like I do, if you don't heal the sick, raise the dead like I do, if you can come up with a revelation for the people like I do, what the fuck I'm gonna care about what you think about me? I can get your daddy ass and your mama ass. Why do I want to be you? Do I care if people don't come to church? Because no, I don't. People think because I'm saying things to them or about them. I'm gonna be all okay. Sir, ma'am, provision is gonna come from me. It don't have to be by the rich. It can be the widow with the cake. This prophet, this major prophet, I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna be taken care of. My sister on my dad's side called me and told me yesterday, I don't know, just recently, she said, bro, I got some crabs. If you're in the area, come by. Somebody always trying to give me some free pussy. I'm not hung up on what you hung up. Somebody always want to give me some excellent head. I don't have your issue. I'm trying to get you to a place you don't have those issues. Shango will give you the confidence. If you lacking with confidence, because Shango is skillful. Nobody holds a sword like that. And you see that cat, that tiger, why would you be threatened when you got all that walking with you? Some of y'all got my Haitian membership. Some of y'all got my Orisha membership. Or some of y'all got my Palo. Why you lack confidence? Explain to me. What is it about I'm not doing that you shouldn't be more confident? If you ain't confident in your magic, you should be confident in my magic. But I teach you to be confident in your energy. I've never seen so many people that got God-given energy, God-given talent, and you always talking about what somebody else got to say. So that means you value the words of others other than your grand design. I'm going to say it again. You validate everybody else's word and opinion about you other than the opinion that the divine has given you. And you want me to feel some type of way. I don't. If you got dry pussy and you don't know how to get it moist, that ain't my problem. If your nuts shrivel up like dust, it ain't my problem. If you keep living from paycheck to paycheck, it ain't my problem. No wonder you don't have no confidence. Because you don't know who your source is. I do. Favor gonna fall on me wherever I go, whatever I do. As long as I get what I ask God for, that's all that matters to me. I will never be popular, but I will be famous. And I'd rather be famous for the works that I do than to be popular for the bullshit other people do. Because you can be popular today and not popular tomorrow. But once you hit the Akasha records, you're going to be forever remembered. The book of life we talk about in the Bible, we talk about the Akasha record. Your name shall be written in the Lamb's book of life. Your name shall be written in blood, in energy, frequency, and vibration. I'm going to always be eternal. And somebody going to always be talking about what I learned from Apostle Eden. Who's learning from your dumb ass? Oh, learning what not to do. I don't want to be known for that. I don't want somebody learning from a crash dummy. You done fail so many times, they done learn what not to step in because they watching you. I don't want to be known for that. I want to be known for what I went through and how God has brought me out. Divine Mother and Father, Ego. So I'm encouraging you, if you haven't, because I only have a few more candles. If you want one of these candles, all you gotta do Zelle. I got I'm gonna let y'all see. And Demetrius will be able to discern whether this energy is hidden. I don't do my spirituality like setting up vegetable bowls and just got fruits and vegetables out there for the critters to get. It's for my Orisha to see the ancestors. I mean the Ashe. And then I got my buddy here to manifest to all of those guys, the Haitian voodoo, and he got his Apollo beads on him. They really my power rings. But it's something else. And then I got Quicksilver to speed things up. And I got Bear Claws. I got a in my closing, this is what I'm talking about. To all of you, this is cornmeal and okra. And most of all the traditions, they use some form of cornmeal. And corn grounds the energy. It's always I told you okra is about protection. But when you see cornmeal and they doing vevas, they're grounding that energy from out of the astral realm and then bringing it down to the physical or the third dimension. This is why you shouldn't call in anything you can't get rid of. If you think the number 3 powerful, then you should also understand the power of 6. And if you think the number 9 powerful, then you respect 3, 6, 9. Those are my numbers. I know Tesla made a thing about it, but those are actually my spiritual numbers of manifestation. So I can't speak for Tesla, but I can speak for my 52 years existing on this earth plane, that magic is good and God is good. All right, guys. I'll see y'all later. God bless.